So for the horse we need a wire around 60 or 70 centimeters. It depends of how wide is your wire. Mine is about 2 millimeters. And also I tried 1 millimeter wire, but I recommend use something in between. Maybe if you can find a wire 1.5 millimeters, it will be ideal. Basically, I just follow my scheme, which you can download and print out, and we just try to follow something like a skeleton here, giving attention to the legs because we need some space between them. So here I just actually made some first layer of the cotton without using any glue. I just started to use just regular hairspray, nothing fancy. It's just you can use cheapest one. Only maybe pay attention that you can buy stronger one. So I basically starting with covering my wire, and only later I will be pay attention for building a shape. Here basically we're starting to build our shape with cotton, and we will need just a regular white cotton thread. And if you haven't any sculpting skills and you struggle with it, how to do it, just follow this video and try to pay attention to the image, to the scheme I provide. I understand it's like only 2D shape, but try to think 3D way and follow me in this process. Also, I attached photos of in between stages from different angles, so you can compare your work and mine. We don't want to make some anatomic correct horse or anatomic correct animal. We just follow the image and trying to think that it's like a horse head and some weird legs, and just have fun and play with it. Just trying to gain the biggest shape on the chest and belly and maybe bottom, and just follow my video and my images. Also keep in mind that we will need probably a few layers on this stage, as well as few layers when we will be using our prepared starch paste, but just give time for yourself and enjoy the process. Because it creates a tiny film instead of using acrylic colors, but you also can use acrylics. Just you need to add more water to it. Actually, you can do it as you want, but if we're talking about something like vintage toys, or in our case something like medieval creatures, we wanted to have more soft colors and soft cover. And if you will use acrylic colors without adding any water, it will be very, very strong cover. It will be a strong and maybe hard cover for it. So I recommend you to use oils, and you will need oil paint thinner. I prefer to use Winsor & Newton thinner. It's also called oil color medium. It almost hasn't smell, so you can use it for a long period of time. If you will be done with your toy, it's like almost not smells. If you don't have any oil paint, as I said, you can use acrylic, or if you have oil pastel, you also can try to use it. Just use the medium to make it liquid with the oil pastel. So for this project of these 3 toys, I use white one color, white, blue, some sienna, burnt sienna, I guess, ochra, and yellow color. And I add in a burnt sienna to blue one, because I don't want to have like clear colors for this project, because if we making something historical or medieval in our case, I believe we need to use some more complicated colors than just clear ones. And it will add some historical touch, some complicity to our toys. My plan is to add some basic layer, and then to add somewhere some darker parts, and also I will add a pattern, just easy pattern that I can see on actually original image, and also I will use this pattern on all 3 toys, because I think it can be good detail to connect all 3 toys and add, such a folk or medieval vibe. As you can see, almost everything, or very often you can see some patterns on medieval clothes. So the last stage of finishing the toy and decorating it. Maybe you also can notice that in medieval images, medieval illuminates, they also use a lot of gold. And I also want to add it because, first of all, it's beautiful, it looks nice. Also, we work on Christmas decoration, and of course, it will look great on a Christmas tree or on somewhere where will be a lot of lights, or just muted lights from Christmas tree, tiny lights, and that gold or shiny things also looks good. I think it's a very good idea to add it to our toys. So here I use specific glue. It's glue for a golden leaf. Here I have my golden leaf, not as leaves, but you can use just regular golden leaves. Here I have it in form of flakes or chips. You can use some golden paint or golden ink or everything you can find and apply for it. We need to leave this glue to dry. If it's transparent or almost transparent, we can apply our golden leaf. So I just apply it, wait a little bit as it completely dry and completely glued, and then I used a brush to reduce that golden leaves that I don't need. So actually I just clean the gold that I don't need. And here which just done with our toy. I think I can congratulate you with the first done medieval toy. I hope you enjoyed. Bye!